What's going on, everyone? Today we are taking a look at the Vobot Mini Dock. This is a docking station, smart display, clock, and so much more built into one very small and compact device. Alright, so taking a look inside the box, besides the dock, you also get the manual, and then you also have this Bluetooth game controller, which seems like an odd thing to include with the dock, but I'll show you in a few moments what this is actually used for. So taking a look at the dock itself, this is hands down the most unique docking station I have ever seen so far. As you all know, every docking station is just a small square, very basic looking, usually in silver or black. Doesn't have a screen on it, doesn't have anything, just looks like a boring little tech connection device. But these guys decided to do something completely different, and instead of making a boring basic dock, they made something that could also be a desk accessory as well. So up here in front, we have a dot matrix display, which has your regular clock here. So it's kind of like your basic alarm clock screen. And then over here, we have a full color LCD screen. A lot of things we can do on that. We'll go over that in a little bit. Right over here on the side, you have your controls. And then coming around back, you have this very unique looking translucent shell. Reminds me of old Nintendo 64 controllers. Kind of has that retro vibe going on. And then as you can see, we also have LEDs inside, which also change colors as well. Let me go ahead and unplug the power for a bit. So coming to the back, this is a docking station. So let's go over all the ports. So right over here on this side, we have your computer input. This is where you'll plug in your laptop. And this will charge your laptop at a max of 90 watts. Coming around back, this is where you'll plug in your up to 100 watt power adapter. You have your HDMI port, which can do 4K at 60 hertz. You have your 1 gigabit Ethernet port. And then you have a USB 3.0, which can do data or charge. And then come around this side, you have 2 more USB-C ports, which can also do data and charging. So in total, you can charge your laptop from this. You can charge 1 more device here and 2 more here. So if you wanted to do strictly charging with your laptop, you can charge a total of 4 devices. All right, so I went ahead and got the dock hooked up. I have it connected to my MacBook Pro. Then I have a portable monitor here as well. And as you can see, this looks nothing like a regular dock, and that's what I love about it most. If you had this on a traditional desk, I can't put it on my desk because I don't have my filming equipment over there. But if you had this on your regular desk, you won't be able to see this. You won't be able to see this wire. It'll just kind of be sitting at the side like that. And it won't even look like a dock. It'll just look like some kind of desk clock, or pretty much like a little smart display device. So it's surprising that people have taken this long to make a docking station that does not look like the traditional docking station. And looking at the size of this, even though this has all the smart features in it, this is also a lot smaller than most docks as well. All right, so I got it zoomed in on the dock so we can see all the features this has on the smart screen side of things. So you have this little dial here, and that's to move around and scroll. This clicks as an enter key. Then you have another button down here, which is the back key. So first up, keeping it simple, first we have now playing. So if you connect your phone to this through Bluetooth, it'll display your song settings. You can look to the side by your computer and see what song is playing. Down here we have screen mirroring. Not something you would expect for a tiny screen like this, but basically you can connect this dock to your phone, Mac, or Windows computer and mirror or extend your screen onto this little screen here. So if I click on that, I have it set up on my phone already. So if I just click that, and as you can see, it connects to my phone, and whatever I have on my phone is now mirrored over here. So right now I have the internet browser open. I could browse YouTube, play a YouTube video. I can bring up some photos, search whatever I want on there. Maybe I'll put an image. Given the size of this tiny screen, I'm not entirely sure what you would use it for, but I guess it'll be good just to show off to people. Play a YouTube video, put some pictures on there. Maybe have an app on your desktop that might have some good information you could display over here. Maybe some FPS settings for your video game. I'm sure somebody out there has to have a great idea of what they can use this for to make their entire workflow a little more smoother and more convenient. But yeah, anything on your phone, you can put it on there. So if I go back to the home screen, I go ahead and look at all my apps, browse through that. It just mirrors anything from your phone. Like I said, in this case, I have it from my phone, but you can also stream from your MacBook or Windows computer as well. All right, so remember that game controller that I showed you earlier? Another thing I would not expect from a docking station, but this has a built-in emulator. So clicking on that, it's got to hold down the start button, and that'll connect the controller. And as you can see here, I already loaded up Super Mario Brothers. Games are very small, so if you wanted, you could probably load up every single game into existence in here. So you just click on that. And as you can see, I now have a tiny Super Mario Brothers. Let me go ahead and prop this up so you can get it a little closer to the camera. As you can see, I have Mario. It is tiny, but it's very, very playable. I wouldn't want to be playing something where details are a little more important on this, but I think something like this or Tetris would be a good little game to play on here. I do wish it had sound. That's the only downfall of this. There's no sound on the dock. So when you play games here, you're just playing the game and you can't actually hear what's going on. So hopefully they put out an update or something to give you sound on the dock or some way to output the sound to your computer speakers or computer or something like that. But nonetheless, a very, very cool feature. Not something I would expect to see on a docking station. And this is definitely the first time I've ever seen an emulator on any sort of docking station in general. So going back, here we have some more apps. So here we got a Pomodoro. So if you're someone that's working a lot and you forget to take breaks, you can go ahead and set this up to remind you to take breaks in certain intervals. You can go ahead and set that to what time you would like. You got a calendar here. Weather, I already had that set up for my area, so you can see the temperature. So these stuff like this is not something you would click on, but for me, that's something I'll click on and leave there to kind of display as like a desktop widget. Same thing with stocks. While you're on your computer, you can just leave this loaded up, do what you got to do, and every now and then just look to the side and you can see how your stocks are doing. You got cryptocurrency. See how those are doing as well. To-do lists, I haven't set that up yet, but you can go ahead and look at that and put your reminders in there. Another unique feature this has here, I already have this set up on my computer as well. So as you can see, it'll monitor your CPU, GPU, temperatures, frequencies, and your computer usage. So another nice widget to leave there and display it at all times while you're on your computer. Definitely one of the more useful ones in here. Another cool feature about this is they're also going to give you the ability to build apps for this and share them in the community as well. So if you're someone who knows coding, they'll set you up and give you everything you need to make some apps on this. And hopefully within a few months, we're going to have a large online database of a bunch of other neat things that people have thought of and made for this dock as well. And then last but not least, you just have settings, which is kind of just your brightness. And then you have your ambient light. So right now we have it on breathing, but then you have flowing water, gradient, and off. So let's go ahead and look at gradient. That's just going to scroll through them a lot quicker. Let's look at flowing water. That's definitely one of the nicer ones, I think. A little flashy, might be too much for some people, but definitely a big fan of that one. And right here you have sleep mode, and then you also have a buzzer which works with the alarm or Pomodoro as well. Let me go ahead and set this back to breathing for me. I think that's the perfect one to leave, not be too distracting. Then you got miscellaneous features, with right here you have experimental features. So another cool thing about this is similar to a cell phone, you'll get app updates. So as time goes, you'll get more updates in here, more apps, more optimization. So it's not a you buy it and you get what you get situation, but it'll actually grow and get better over time. Overall, this is definitely a great little dock. There's a million docks out there which all kind of look and work the same. So it's good to see a company like this one trying something different. So overall, if you happen to be looking for a great dock, but one that also works as a desktop accessory as well, I would highly recommend this one here, which again is the Vobot Mini Dock. All right, well, that about wraps up this video. As usual, if you have any questions at all, feel free to drop me a comment and let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.